So she just slid across it, grabbed me, pushed me back. Then we're on the floor, you know, everyone's like, oh, fight, fight, fight. What's up guys, it's Serena, I'm back. Today I'm going to be doing my first time kind of tag. So there are a bunch of questions about my first time doing things. Let's get started. My first tweet. So my first tweet was, I love how much I hate you, but you don't even know it. Smiley face. Okay, nice one. I wonder who it was that pissed me off so much. I actually don't remember and I have no idea. But you know when you're like 13 or how old was I? No, I was 14. But you know when you're like 14 and everyone's getting into these little like stupid arguments, you know. My first YouTube video actually wasn't on this channel. It was, I'm pretty sure I did a lyric video for a Demi Lovato song, or there was another one. My friend and I did it. I was in it like a pink dressing gown with the hood up and I had a really weird voice on. I don't really know. It was stupid. Please don't go looking for it. It's so embarrassing. I hopefully have deleted it, but I'm not sure. First person I subscribed to on YouTube was Emma's Rectangle. She's a makeup guru, beauty channel, artist thing. She's really good. I've been watching her videos for years, so yeah, go check her out. My first Facebook profile picture is really embarrassing, but I'll put it right here. Do you still talk to your first love? Not really. Things didn't end great. Every so often, like, someone will drop a message just randomly and we'll just have a little quick catch up, but no, we don't really talk. My first alcoholic drink, I'm gonna turn this into first alcoholic drink and first time I got drunk. So first alcoholic drink, I think I must have been about 6 years old and I had a sip of my dad's wine or something, or like I dipped my finger into the wine and tasted it, and apparently, you know, my dad was like, oh, how is it, do you like it? And I went, you know, started early. First time I got drunk, I was 15. Yes, I was young. It's not good, don't drink at that age. Actually, it was my 15th birthday, so I had just turned 15. The people that had started drinking in my year, like we all had kind of just started. No one had been drinking for very long, so nobody really knew their limits or like what to do, what not to do. So I had a party and it got crazy. I didn't know about that mixing alcohol would get you more drunk, so I was just drinking anything people were handing to me. Anyway, long story short, I ended up passing out about, I don't know, over 5 times, chucking up everywhere. Everyone was throwing up. Oh, it was a mess. It was an absolute mess. My first job, I don't know if it counts, but my mum's friend used to own a cafe and I'd sometimes be allowed to go behind the counter and help like with the till and stuff, and I'd get like £2. First person to text me today, I don't know, no one. I've spoken to people in my group chats, but no one's messaged me directly. It's okay, moving on. Who was the first person I thought of this morning? Who was my first teacher? Miss Hetherington. Where did you go on your first ride on an aeroplane? I went to Brazil as a kid because my mum is from Brazil. Who was my first best friend and do we still talk? So my first best friend, we met in primary school. Her name was Giovanna and we don't talk anymore. We have lost contact, but if you ever see this, I hope you're doing well and I still love you lots. Where was my first sleepover? That was probably at Giovanna's house. The first concert I ever went to was a Taylor Swift concert when I was 13. My best friend at the time bought me and her tickets for my birthday, which was amazing. One of the best presents I've ever had, still to this day. First piercing on my ears. First movie I remember seeing was either Toy Story or The Lion King, my two favourite kids films. My first detention, so I got into a fight with this girl in primary school. I was in year 4, so I must have been about 8 or 9 years old. Imagine two little 8 or 9-year-old girls, and it was like some wrestling championship shit. But we were in an argument for some reason, like we weren't talking, I don't know why, and we had to do like group work in class. Obviously I wasn't in her group because we were not talking. We had to like go to different tables, each group, and we all took turns, and as like our two groups crossed paths, there was like a table in between us as well. I looked at her, I did push her buttons. As we walked past, I looked at her and I went like this. I am the one, the way your son don't need a gun to get respect up on the street. And that just sent her over the edge. And I shit you not, this girl lunged. She threw herself across this table. Bearing in mind, it's quite a big table. It was like 2 of the normal like school table desks, right? Two of those together. So she just slid across it, grabbed me, pushed me back. Then we were on the floor, you know, everyone's like, oh, fight. You know, she's going for my hair, she's pulling my hair, I'm trying to pull hers. It was like that. It was insane. And then I don't know, I don't really remember what happened after that. I think we just got pulled apart, and then we had these things called like discipline notes. So you'd get one written if you did something really, really bad, and it was like an incident report, and it would say what happened and stuff. I got one of those and it was really bad. The teacher, the like deputy head teacher, I remember her walking with me after having gone to the head teacher's office and getting told off and getting this all written up. I was a good student, like I had never done anything that bad, and I was crying my eyes out. I was so nervous, so scared. You know, I thought, this is it, I'm getting kicked out of school, I'm not even gonna get through primary school. I thought my life was over, and she was saying to me, she was like throwing me on the back, and she was like, Serena, I know it's not your fault. I know you had nothing to do with this. Little did she know, I was such a little shit, and I was the one that kind of pushed that girl over the edge. When was your first kiss? I think year 4. So again, same year as the fight. I was like 8 or 9 years old, and this guy, we were like childhood sweethearts. It was like the end of the school day, and they gave out these leaflets. It was about Tamagotchis. I don't know if you guys remember them. They were the best things ever. They were these little kind of like toys you could get, and it had a little screen, and it was like an egg, and you had to wait for it to hatch, and then you looked after this little, I think it was called a Tamagotchi. I thought it was the coolest thing ever, and I really wanted one. And I knew about them before, and then they gave us the leaflets, and I was like, oh man, I really, really want one of these. I think he overheard me, and he came up to me and he was like, hey, I've got 2 Tamagotchis. I was like, what? You're so lucky, you've got 2. I really want one, I haven't even got one. He was like, well, I can give you one if you want. And I was like, oh man, yeah, thanks. I mean, that would be amazing. And I thought, you know, this is great, I'm gonna get a Tamagotchi. Didn't think like, oh, it costs money, why is he gonna give it to me for free? I was like, oh yeah, thanks so much, this is really cool, this is really great of you. And he was like, oh, but you have to kiss me. I was like, what? I have to what? I have to kiss you? So anyway, after much deliberation, I was like, okay, fine. I will kiss you for the Tamagotchi. I mean, I thought, you know, it's just a kiss. I mean, it's gross, but it's okay. It's a Tamagotchi. Weigh up the pros and cons. It is so worth the kiss. So we meet after school in this like in this doorway. So everyone used to go out of this front gate, and so we were on the other side of the playground. It was completely empty because everyone's going through that gate at the front, and we were in this doorway, and I was like shaking. I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I'm gonna kiss him. I was like, Serena, think about the Tamagotchi. You're gonna get a Tamagotchi. Okay, let's do this. So I was like, all right, I'll do it. So I went in, kissed him on the cheek, and I was like, oh, damn. And I was like, can I have the Tamagotchi now? Straight down to business. I shit you not, he was like, on the lips. So little 8 or 9-year-old me was like, what? On the lips? But I thought, you know what? Think about that Tamagotchi. Right, deep breath. Closed my eyes because that's how I saw they do it in the movies. Closed my eyes and then in. And as soon as that happened, I was like, okay, all right, bye. And I ran. Oh my god, I'd never run so fast in my life. Just before I ran, I said, don't forget the Tamagotchi tomorrow, and like bolted. So after all that, I never got the Tamagotchi. Who did I first watch on YouTube? She was this makeup artist, and my mum and I used to sit there and watch her videos all the time. She was amazing. I don't know if she does makeup anymore. Panacea81, but I was really young when I used to watch her videos. But yeah, that's like my earliest memory of YouTube. So that's it, guys. There's a bunch of my first times. I hope you enjoyed it. So my camera cut out before I could finish filming my outro, and what kind of YouTuber would I be if I didn't ask you guys to drop a like and subscribe? And I will see you guys next week.